Oh my god. No sound. I'm sorry, sorry. So, usually कभी कभार ये होता है यार. Okay. So guys, टीचर्स से कभी कभार गलतियां हो जाती हैं. So it's quite possible that some mistakes do happen on the way. But चलो क्या किया जा सकता है, ठीक है. Anyways, so chalo, let's start today's session. I hope I am audible right now. Okay, I hope I am audible right now. Am I audible? Can you please check if I'm audible? Audio is coming. चलो बढ़िया है. Let's start today's session. Okay, चलो start करते हैं आज के सेशन को. And आज का सेशन हमारा है, what is the agenda of this session? We'll be taking questions, previous questions and more relevant questions for this block. Okay, chalo, let's start. And yeah, so it's a alkali and alkaline earth metal quiz. That is in fact the quiz for the S block, the complete S block. So we are gonna take the alkali and alkaline earth metal quiz. So let's start, guys. Let's start with the very first question. Let's start with the very first question. First question comes from JEE Mains 2016. 2016 में सोचो कितना इजी सवाल पूछा गया है. The commercial name of calcium oxide is, please give me your right answers. Okay, the commercial name for calcium oxide is, what do you think is the right answer? It is actually surprising to see that JEE Mains can also ask such easy questions. But yes, easy questions do come in. कभी कभार एक दो easy question आ ही जाते हैं, ठीक है. So what do you think is the right answer? The commercial name of calcium. So yeah, it's a practice session. The commercial name for calcium oxide is, the right answer is, guys, A. Very good. The right answer is A. Quicklime. The right answer is A. It is quicklime. Okay, the right answer is quicklime. So let's go on to the next question. Which of the following ions has the largest size in aqueous solution? Which of the following ions has the largest size in aqueous solution? What do you think will be the right answer? Aqueous solution में किसकी साइज सबसे ज्यादा रहती है? ये क्वेश्चन ये नहीं है कि which has the largest size, which has the largest size in the aqueous solution. The right answer to this question has not been given until now. The right answer is yes. Some people have given the right answer, some people have not. The question is, which has the largest size in aqueous solution? So largest size in aqueous solution is of lithium. Please do remember that in aqueous solution what happens is, the largest size or the size in aqueous solution will depend on the size of hydration sphere. Means if the extent of hydration is more, then H2O molecules will be present to a larger extent around the metal ion. So if charge density is more, hydration is more, and hydration sphere is larger, therefore hydrated ionic radii is large. Okay, the right answer will be lithium. जो जितना ज्यादा हाइड्रेट होगा उसके अराउंड उतने ही H2O units surrounded रहेंगे. The one which gets hydrated to the maximum extent will have that many number of H2O units surrounding it, and to that extent they will surround it. Okay, to that extent it will surround it. So the right answer will turn out to be lithium. Okay, chalo. Next question is this: which of the following is the strongest reducing agent? Which of the following is the strongest reducing agent? Which one do you think is the strongest reducing agent? Reducing agents are those which undergo oxidation and reduce something else. So what do you think will be the most appropriate choice? What do you think will be the most appropriate choice? Which of the following is the strongest reducing agent? The strongest reducing agent in fact is, देखो reducing agent का जो behavior होता है, if nothing is given you have to assume that the reducing agent behavior is being identified in water. If reducing agent behavior is to be identified, then you have to take into consideration something which is known as the electrochemical series or the activity series. Activity series में जो सबसे ऊपर रहते हैं, they are the strongest reducing agent. So the strongest reducing agent in this is A, that is potassium. Potassium is present at the one of, so topmost position is lithium, and then you have potassium, then calcium, then sodium. So potassium is one of the strongest reducing agents known. It can give out electron very easily and can become stable after giving out electron pretty easily. There is something which is known as the electrode potential E0 of E0 for oxidation. So that is oxidation potential. If you do get the electrochemical series on the internet, you will see that the oxidation potential value for potassium is among the highest in this group. And if oxidation potential increases, ability to undergo oxidation, oxidation increases, and behavior as a reducing agent. It increases. Okay, what is meant by aqueous solution? Man, chapter khatam ho gaya. Aqueous solution is a solution of a particular substance in water. The right answer for this question turns out to be A. Okay, the right answer for this question turns out to be A. I hope this is understood to you guys. Which is the strongest reducing agent? The strongest reducing agent is that which is potassium. Let's move to the next question. The polarizing power of magnesium is nearly the same as. With which element the polarizing power of magnesium aligns, or with which element among this group the polarizing power looks similar? But to answer this question, you have to remember a very important property which is known as diagonal relationship. Diagonal relationship is shown between the element present in the second period and an element present in the third period. Okay, element present in the second period and an element present in the third period. Now magnesium will show diagonal relationship with which element? So if I write the elements lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium. So what do you think magnesium shows diagonal relationship with? It shows diagonal relationship with lithium. So the polarizing power of magnesium resembles lithium more than it resembles any other element. So the right answer will turn out to be A. Okay, the right answer will turn out to be A. Okay, I hope this is clear. Chalo, let's move on to the next question. The element having greatest difference between the element which has the greatest difference between the first and the second ionization energy. Why would the element have the greatest difference? The greatest difference would arise only because maybe after the first ionization, the element acquires noble gas configuration. So which one do you think will be the most appropriate choice? Okay, which one do you think will be the most appropriate choice? Okay, the element which has the maximum difference between the first and the second ionization energy. So the JEE means 2019 question, so just last year. So what do you think will be the most appropriate choice? The most appropriate choice will turn out to be D. The most appropriate choice will turn out to be D. Why? Because if I take potassium, potassium is 19, just a moment. Atomic number is 19, so it will be written as 1s1, so 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1. So once you remove the first electron, so if you remove the first electron, you will end up obtaining a noble gas configuration. This part will remain the same. You will have a 3s2, 3p6, 4s0 configuration. So once you attain a noble gas configuration, it is impossible for the element to undergo further ionization. But if you try to ionize, then the difference in the ionization energies will be huge. आप K प्लस से K2 प्लस में कन्वर्जन बहुत आसानी से नहीं कर सकते हो, ठीक है. The right answer will turn out to be D. Whereas A, C and A, B and C, they are members of group 2. So group 2, the difference between the second and the third ionization will be higher, will be very high, because calcium, the configuration is the valential configuration is 4s2. So if you remove these two electrons, you will end up getting a 3s2 3p6 configuration. Breaking that 3s2 3p6 configuration and removing an electron from it is highly difficult. So for A, B and C, difference between second and third ionization energies will be very high. In D, the difference between the first and the second ionization energy is pretty high. So the right answer will turn out to be D. Okay, the right answer will turn out to be D. Okay, chalo, let's move ahead. The correct order of hydration enthalpies of the alkali metal ions. We have discussed this earlier in our discussion of alkali metal ions and their relative hydration energies, and about what is their hydrated ionic radii. ये चीज़ हमने पहले डिस्कस किया है हमारे डिस्कशंस में. If you are a little rusty about this, please do watch our previous sessions of alkali metals. Alkali metals के session last week हुए थे. So correct order of hydration enthalpies of alkali metal ions is, what do you think will be the most appropriate choice? The most appropriate, how do you identify hydration enthalpy? Hydration enthalpy increases. Hydration enthalpy increases if hydration increases, okay, and hydration will increase if charge density increases. Okay, if charge density increases. So जिसकी charge density सबसे ज़्यादा रहेगी, charge density is charge per unit volume, charge is alike, volume least किस में है, least volume is present in lithium, so charge density will be highest in lithium, so hydration of Li plus will be maximum, and if hydration of Li plus will be maximum, then the hydration enthalpy is maximum for lithium. Yes, correct. The right answer should turn out to be D. The correct order of hydration enthalpy will be D. Okay, the correct order of hydration enthalpy will be D. So pretty easy question, बहुत straightforward, बहुत logical सा question है, but JEE में आ चुका है. So it does not mean that you will always get difficult questions. You can get very straightforward, very logical questions as well. Next, beryllium on ignition in air gives Ionic mobility. Yes, VSG, ionic mobility will be inversely proportional to hydration enthalpy. However, you can say that ionic mobility is inversely proportional to the extent of hydration, which is inversely proportional to the charge density. If charge density is more, then the ion will be more hydrated and the ion will move slowly in an aqueous medium. Okay, so what do you think is the most appropriate choice? The beryllium element Be, when you ignite it in air, it will give which compound? Which compound? The right answer should turn. Aditya Raj has given the most appropriate answer. The right answer is C, both A and B. Beryllium on ignition in air. Air contains oxygen and air contains nitrogen. Beryllium gives oxide. Beryllium also gives nitride. So the right answer will turn out to be both A and B. Okay, both, it will turn out to be both A and B. Okay, both A and B. The only answer is given as C. So so most appropriate choice, rather it's a single option correct question, so you will choose C. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Which of the following compounds is most soluble in water? Which of the Tanishq, I cannot answer that, man. You have, I've been teaching for quite a long time, so you will become calm with age. It happens to everybody. Okay, so let's take the next question. Which of the following is the most soluble compound in water? Okay, most soluble compound in water. The right answer to this question will turn out to be what? Between A, B, C and D, what do you think will be the most appropriate choice? See, the most soluble compound is the one which will have the least lattice energy, and so that it can dissolve pretty easily. Okay, it can dissolve pretty easily. The right answer will turn out to be D, barium hydroxide. Barium hydroxide size is so huge of barium, the lattice energy is very less, so it can dissociate in aqueous medium very easily, and so beryllium ion and hydroxide ion can become free very easily. Okay, the right answer will turn out to be D. Okay, so as the basic strength increases, एक बहुत simple सा idea है, as the basic strength of the hydroxide of alkali or the alkaline earth metal increases, your solubility also increases, or you can say that because solubility has increased, their basic strength also increases. So the strongest base among them, or the strongest alkali among them, will be D. जो सबसे ज़्यादा डिसोसिएट होगा that will give out OH to the maximum extent, and because of that D will turn out to be the most basic substance. ठीक है, the right answer will turn out to be D. So let's go on to the next question. Which of the following is true for all alkali metals? Which of the following is true for all alkali metals? This is a very good question, very interesting one as well. Which of the following is true for all alkali metals? The nitrates decompose to give nitrates decompose on heating to give NO2 and O2. Their carbonates decompose to give CO2 and metal oxide. They react with oxygen to give mainly the oxide MO2. They react with halogens to give the halide MX. Why do you want, Shagun, why do you want to change from ICSE to CBSE? There's no need. I did my studies in ICSE. A lot of people have done their studies in ICSE. ICSE is a pretty good syllabus. When it comes to 11th and 12th level, the syllabus is uniform in across all the boards. So you do not actually miss out on anything. No, there is only one option correct, and the correct answer is given by Chetan and I guess Chirag. The right answer is D. They react with halogens to give MX. Okay, why C, A and B they are incorrect is because I do obtain superoxide, I do obtain peroxides as well. So mainly the oxide, no, it is incorrect. We also obtain peroxides and we also obtain superoxides. Okay, we obtain peroxides and we also obtain superoxides. Okay, carbonates decompose on heating, no. Only lithium decomposes, lithium carbonate decomposes. Okay, only lithium carbonate decomposes, and the nitrates decompose to give NO2 and O2. नहीं, ये भी गलत है. This is also wrong. Okay, please watch our previous lecture to identify what nitrates decompose into, and which nitrates do not decompose, or which nitrates give different products. ये बहुत important है. Please do watch the previous session to get this answer. However, the answer is wrong. The right answer is D. The right answer is D because all of these metals form only one type of halide, that is MX. Okay, next question is a metal M on heating in nitrogen gas gives Y. Y on treatment with H2O gives a colorless gas, which when passed through copper sulfate solution gives blue color. What is this Y? What is this Y? So guys, this is pretty interesting a question. To solve this question, you need some additional information. Now you remember copper sulfate. Copper sulfate is a white colored compound. Okay. The moment copper sulfate becomes or absorbs moisture, it turns blue. The same blue color is also obtained when copper sulfate reacts with ammonia. Okay, it reacts with ammonia, it forms a compound which is known as cupramine. Okay, CuSO4, if reacts with ammonia, it will give cupramine. So cupramine is blue in color. So what we need, this is the important hint, blue color, that means this gas should be ammonia. This should be, sorry, not Y. In nitrogen it gives Y. So Y is a compound. So nitrogen gas gives Y. Y on treatment with H2O gives a colorless gas. This colorless gas is NH3. So metal M, which metal will react with nitrogen to give, or what kind of a compound in dissolution in water will give ammonia? A nitride will give ammonia. So Mg3N2 will react with H2O to give MgOH whole twice, and it will give NH3. The right answer will turn out to be C. The right answer will turn out to be C. So Y is, what is this compound? Mg3N2, because Mg3N2 will react with water to give ammonia, and ammonia will react with CuSO4 to give a blue colored solution. Answer should be C. Answer should be C. So let's move on to the next question. The correct order of solubility of alkaline earth metal sulfates. This we had discussed in the discussion session for alkaline earth metals as well. Okay, ये हमने discuss किया था. The correct order of solubility of alkaline earth metal sulfates. Alkaline earth metal sulfate. Alkaline earth metals कौन से हैं? Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium. And इनके sulfates का solubility हमें बताना है. So, which is the most soluble one? Which is the least soluble one? What do you think will be the most appropriate answer? What do you think is the most appropriate answer? There is only one correct answer over here. It's pretty easy. बहुत simple सा सवाल है. We have already discussed this. Which is the most soluble sulfate and which is the least soluble sulfate? The right answer is A. The right answer is A. Remember, as you go down the group, so from beryllium to barium, the size increases. Okay, the size increases. So your lattice energy decreases, but also your hydration energy decreases even more. So the decrease in, there's an obvious decrease in lattice energy, but जो decrease hydration energy में होता है वो इतना ज़्यादा हो जाता है that it is not able to overcome the lattice energy. Always solubility of a particular substance is dictated by the fact that whether hydration energy is more than the lattice energy or not. But if the hydration energy falls to a greater extent compared to the lattice energy, the compound will become insoluble, and so A turns out to be the right answer. Barium sulfate is insoluble. It is obtained as a precipitate. Okay, barium, किसी भी sulfate, let's say there is a solution of some sulfate, and if you add barium chloride to it, you will get a thick white precipitate of barium sulfate, which is insoluble in anything. So if you boil water, it will not dissolve. It's a very sparingly soluble salt. बहुत कम dissolve करता है. Okay, चलो. So let's move on to the next question. Which of the following alkaline earth metal sulfates has its hydration enthalpy greater than its lattice enthalpy? किस compound में hydration enthalpy is greater than the lattice enthalpy? So it is completely related to the previous question. Completely related to the previous question. So you have to identify in which case the hydration enthalpy is greater than the lattice enthalpy. बताइए. What do you think will be the most appropriate answer? The right answer is yes. The right answer is very good. Right answer is BeSO4. The right answer is BeSO4. This is a JEE Mains 2015 question. Please do remember that again. Questions which are coming from S block are not very difficult. So S block is one of the easiest topics to tackle in organic chemistry. बहुत simple से if you remember the general trends in solubility, thermal stability, and hydration, lattice energy, you'd be able to solve maximum number of questions. The right answer is Yes, due to the small size of beryllium, the lattice energy is lattice energy is high, but the I would say the hydration energy is even higher. Hydration energy is even higher. So the right answer is BeSO4. Previous question में हमने देखा कि as you go down the group, then your lattice enthalpy, your hydration enthalpy becomes so less that the substance does not dissolve. So going up the group, your hydration enthalpy actually overcomes the lattice energy, and so, or lattice enthalpy, and so the substance can dissolve in water. So beryllium sulfate can dissolve in water, barium sulfate cannot. Okay, next, again JEE Mains 2015, another question from group 2. The correct order of thermal stability of hydroxides is, what do you think is the most appropriate order of thermal stability of hydroxides? Which hydroxide is thermally most stable? Which hydroxide is thermally most stable? How do we predict thermal stability? We predict thermal stability on the basis of ionic character. One of the ways to predict thermal stability is on the basis of ionic character. If the ionic character is more, then it is generally presumed that if something has more ionic character, then it will be thermally more stable. Okay, it will be thermally more stable. So ionic character किस पे depend करता है? Ionic character depends on the size of cation. देखो anion is alike, so size of cation. If the cation size increases, then the ionic character increases. If the cation size decreases, then covalent character increases. So the right answer, so if I take the radius of cation, if it decreases, okay, just a moment. Yeah, sorry. So the radius of cation, if decreases, what we can say is the yes, the covalent character increases because polarization increases. So covalent character will be maximum in beryllium hydroxide and covalent character will be minimum in barium hydroxide. So can I say that the ionic character is maximum? Character is maximum over here. The ionic character is minimum over here. The ionic character, if increases, the stability of the thermal stability will also increase, because it is generally presumed that as the ionic character increases, the thermal stability also increases, because ionic compounds को माना गया है covalent compounds से ज़्यादा thermally stable. So the right answer to this question will turn out to be C. Okay, the right answer to this question will turn out to be C. Chalo, let's move on to the next question. Which of the following is an oxide? It's a very simple question. It's a very simple question. JEE Mains 2017 question. Which of the following is an oxide? Which one of the following is an oxide? So बताइए, which of the following is an oxide? कैसे बताएंगे? So I just have to identify what is the oxidation state of oxygen. So if I take BaO2, CsO2, KO2, SiO2, what is the oxidation state of oxygen? O2 has a total oxidation state of -1, O2 has a total oxidation state of -2, O2 has a total oxidation state of -1, O2 has a total oxidation state of minus, this is +4, this is -4. Okay, total oxidation state of -4. So think logically, each oxygen is in the oxidation state of -12. Each oxygen is in the oxidation state of -1. Each oxygen is in oxidation state of -12. Each oxygen is in the oxidation state of -2. So what is an oxide? An oxide is an entity in which the oxidation state of oxygen is -2. Okay, so this is an oxide. So the right answer will turn out to be C. The right answer will turn out to be C. Okay, if the oxidation state of oxygen is -12, it is known as a superoxide. And if oxygen's oxidation state is -1, it will be a peroxide. So this is a superoxide, this is a superoxide, this is a peroxide. So this one turns out to be an oxide. Silica, SiO2 is silica. Silica is an oxide of silicon. Okay, the right answer is C. Clear? The right answer is C. Chalo, let's go on to the next question. The main oxides formed on the combustion of lithium, sodium and potassium in excess of air are respectively. It should not be main oxides. The main oxygen containing compounds which are formed upon the combustion of lithium, sodium and potassium in excess of air are respectively. What do you think? We have discussed this earlier. What does lithium form? What does sodium form? What does potassium form? If you recall, lithium forms oxide, sodium forms peroxide, and potassium forms superoxide. Okay. Avikarya, so would you please like to tell me what is an organo-lead compound? Organo-lead compound is a compound in which lead is connected to an alkyl or aryl group. Tetraethyl lead additive in petrol is an organo-lead compound. So lead forms oxide. So oxide का formula क्या हो जाएगा? Li2O. Peroxide Na2O2 and superoxide KO2. The right answer should turn out to be B. Right. Okay, right answer will turn out to be B. Clear? I hope this is understood. Right answer will turn out to be B. This is the main oxygen containing compound. Potassium के नीचे जो भी आएंगे, they will all form superoxides. So potassium, rubidium, cesium, all of them will form superoxides. Okay, why lithium forms oxide? Because oxide has a high charge density. It will be compensated by a cation which also has high charge density. Oxygen as an oxide has -2 unit of charge. So it will be compensated by a cation which has sufficiently high charge density that is present only with lithium. Lithium plus has high charge density because charge is same with as compared to other elements of group 1, but the volume is least. Okay, clear? So with this we finish the quiz schedule for S block. Most of the questions that you can see are like a rehash of things that we have already read, and you have to understand that S block is one of the most scoring areas of inorganic chemistry. आपको बस उनके generic trends, कुछ properties आपको याद रखनी होती हैं. Whatever lectures that we have had for S block, they are sufficient for you to do good at the JEE mains. So read NCERT, go through the lectures and solve some questions. Then you are good to go. I'm not able, sort of, I cannot answer that you would get NIT through UPTT because I do not have any idea, man. Okay, I'm sorry, but I do not have any idea for that. So anyways, the next topic that we would start from the coming week, that is from Monday, is group 13. Okay, we'll start with group 13, that is the boron family. So हमने hydrogen खत्म कर दिया है, we have finished S block. Now the two topics of inorganic chemistry which is left out for 11th standard, that is group 13 and group 14. So we'll start with group 13, that is the boron family. It's a beautiful topic and we will be able to finish our inorganic chemistry portion relevant for 11th standard, I guess by November. Odisha JE, I guess so, and you can get NIT Rourkela, but I'm not very sure. You have to check the Gazette. Okay, एक बार आपको check करना पड़ेगा. Okay, so chalo, all the best guys. Let's meet in the next class, that's on Monday, and Monday we will start with a new topic which is group 13. Okay, that is the boron family. Okay, chali. Bye bye guys, have a lovely time. Reference books for organic chemistry, Yogesh is asking, man, you can go for LG Wade, you can go for JD Lee. Is not a book for organic chemistry. JD Lee is a book for inorganic chemistry. LG Wade is a good book for organic chemistry. Even Paula Bruce is a good book. Solomon Frail is a good book. Chali. Bye bye guys, have a lovely time.